Welcome to episode 35 of Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. My name is Gooch.
And I'm Trio.
How you doing, Trio?
You know.
How's the week?
Another day, another dollar. Hanging out.
What have you been, see anything, play anything? What's up?
What have I been playing? Quantum Break. I'm on Act 4.
Okay.
So that's going
Probably
well.
next week.
Probably finished that up. A lot of Battlefront. I've actually meant to put that in there. Outer Rim, just first impressions. What are you thinking? Because I'm liking it. I've been playing it.
It's pretty good.
Not like an actual ton of new stuff, but like some cool things. I like the new pistols a lot.
I feel like they need to, like... No, I like the weapons. I like what they've added. I think Nia Nub and Greedo are good. Heroes and villains. The new stuff is all cool. The maps are cool. I just think, like, they also did, like, UI overhaul and stuff like that and changed up the menus a little bit.
Which I liked, yeah.
For the searching of the games, like, they need to put extraction on the other maps. They need to make an extraction in the other maps
I agree.
so you can play that.
Like,
I think it's a good game mode.
It is.
But, like,
I do too.
we were having issues last night trying to play.
I agree 100%. I kind of wish it wasn't this separate list. I get why they got to do it because not everyone has it. Not everyone will be able to play those certain game modes. But it definitely does feel pretty segregated right now.
Yeah, they just need to...
Because, like,
quality
even
of life.
if you go into, like, a game, like, you search Blast on the Bespin or the Outer Rim thing, like, you can still get Extraction or Heroes vs. Villains.
And then it just puts you into, like,
And I mean, it just cycles through all the different game
in a way,
modes.
I'm like, that's cool, but, like, dude,
Excuse me.
I'm learning to hate Heroes vs. Villains. It's so...
I like Heroes vs. Villains,
I just think it's so long.
Well, no,
It's
you just
so
have to be
long.
in the mood for it. In my opinion.
I guess. I haven't been in the mood for it.
I guess you haven't.
No.
I enjoy it because I like going and fucking people up. Like I was playing Supremacy the other day. I just got Luke and I went absolutely apeshit. It was the Endor map. Just no one ever saw me coming. But anyways.
They didn't see me coming.
They didn't even know what hit him.
They didn't see me coming.
What about you? Playing anything new?
I beat Life is Strange.
How's that?
Actually, we'll put that at the end of the video game thing. I want to talk about that. I meant to put it in, but I didn't look at the document.
I mean, no. What'd you think? I mean, why not?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Scares me.
Life is Strange. Okay, for those who don't know, episodic game, not by Telltale. It's by Don't Nod Entertainment, produced by Square. Fucking amazing. Absolutely fantastic.
What kind of game is it?
It's
like
episodic.
Like what? Is it like story driven, basically?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's exactly like a Telltale,
like a Telltale
game.
style.
Except
Gotcha.
there's more. I'm not going to get into it. But get into like the juiciness of it. But you play as a teenager. She's 18. Her name's Max, and you find out she has like time travel abilities. Like she can like reverse time. So like this plays into the mechanics of the game where you can make a decision and be like, I don't like it, and go back.
Okay.
So like it really feeds into that mechanic really well. Like
And you
never
like it
would have
like-
thought about that. So like some choices you can't do it with just based on stuff that happens.
The way it happens.
Some
yeah.
some you can. There's a lot of little choices in the game. Like for some reason there's this like one girl who always gets like hit by things, and like it's just like
Just happens.
it's a way of like introducing the mechanic, but it just keeps happening every
Gotcha.
episode, like a little gag, and you can choose to like warn her, or you can just let her get hit by like she gets hit by a football on one of the first things. She's a girl at the school.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's about it's cool. She's like a photography student, and like everyone at her school are like photography like buffs, and
Gotcha.
yeah, and that's where the game begins. But one thing that it does better than Telltale's games is it's more open. There's a lot more to explore,
There's
a lot more
going on,
world
like,
to
yeah.
check out. Yeah,
It's not as much as just look at how pretty this thing. More of like you can actually pick it up
like
and interact.
Michonne. Since I'll be playing. The last episode comes out on Tuesday. I'll probably do a wrap up for it. But it's super linear. There's not much to really do other than like
Then just go through
what
the
you're
set
supposed
path
to do.
and
I
do
mean,
these
there's a few
certain
things that
objectives, yeah.
optional, obviously, but like Life is Strange. Really, there's a bunch of different people to talk to. Decisions you can skip if you don't. And the game is super emotional. Like it's probably like the most depressing thing I've ever.
I heard
played.
it's really sad.
It's so sad. It's got this very like since we're out of high school, it's funny to look back on it because like it's very stereotypical like bitchy girl, like nerd girls, like very like high school
stereotypical type
and
situations.
It's one thing I maybe will turn people off is it has a very like cheesy teen tone to it. If you play it, you'll know what I mean. But like, it might turn people off. It's cheesy as fuck sometimes, and it's like some of the things they say are like very like stereotypical like TV drama type things.
I see what you're saying,
but it's good. I really liked it. I really thought it was good. More studios need to be making these type of games. I think like Telltale
made this genre.
dominates it,
so.
And Donut Studios. I think they made another game before that, but they totally nailed it, and it was really good, and it was different. It wasn't like Telltale.
It wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I thought it was cool.
Awesome.
All right, so like getting into our actual topics.
Moving on to the first one.
That was pretty nice, though.
Yeah, start us off.
World of Warcraft Legion got its release date. Other than that, nothing's really come out. It's going to be coming out August 30th.
What is it? Is it just another
Legion's
MMO?
No, Legion is the expansion, the next expansion of World of Warcraft. Right. So this is Blizzard's last chance, pretty much. WoW's been on a decline, and I've probably mentioned it to you. I mean, like I know I don't talk to you about MMOs that much, but like I quit 1, 2, 3 expansions ago, 4 expansions ago. I quit in high school in freshman year because of the game's just crap. And it has been. A lot of players bitch about every expansion has been like lackluster. And coming from a studio like Blizzard, like they really don't. Yeah. Exactly, it shouldn't. They have the money, they have the resources.
Exactly,
and
they're getting paid.
Putting
who
out,
knows?
They keep putting out content
amounts,
and games and stuff that just is not innovative.
Just not on par.
It's not bringing the game forward,
especially for how much money they're probably making on that back burner.
Fort Knox.
That's what I'm
saying.
They
sit on Fort Knox. I make that joke all the time. It's probably true. They got Overwatch coming out. They're making a
I heard,
Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
Like, they have more than enough money.
It's crazy.
It's sad, but, like, we'll see if Legion does it eventually, like, in August. So, August 30th, again.
Right.
Moving on.
Ooh,
Gears of War.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Whoa. Gears of War 4 beta. Trio, what have you thought so far about beta?
It's Gears. Which, for better, for worse,
it's totally Gears.
It's Gears. It's Gears of War. I mean, I haven't seen anything. I've only played it like 2 times. I haven't seen anything new. I wasn't very good at the original Gears and stuff like that.
I'm a pro.
So that kind of pushes me away for it. I've always played Gears for more of the single player.
That kind of sucks. Like when I'm playing with you and you're like bitching, I'm like, oh, he's not liking it.
Yeah, but no, it's just like it's that certain type of game, and I understand like you being one of those people, like you like it, you enjoy that whole like you need the shotgun, you go up to them and you shoot them in the face. That's it.
The meta
that's what you're for. That's what you're there for. You don't pick up a fucking Lancer and try and shoot someone for.
But like I noticed. The Lancer is a little more optimal than it used to be. I feel
does a lot more power.
Yeah, not a lot, but enough to make
Somewhat.
it more viable. Same with the snub, the pistol you have. The smokes are viable again. They made them like a lot of the guns have changed in every single game. Hammer burst, great example.
Yeah.
It's back to an actual burst.
Yeah,
like in Gears 1 it was a burst, in 2 it was a single shot, in 3 it was a single shot.
Well, I don't know if it was a single. Yeah, you're right. And you could use the iron sights on it too in 3.
In 3,
yeah.
And then they took that mechanic out. Now it's back to a burst, but it looks the same. And it's fine. Guns. It's kind of interesting how they put all those guns through iterations. Long shot's good. Boom shot's good. The game sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah.
All the character models are cool. There is a new gun they introduced called the drop shot, which is super interesting. So it's pretty much like it shoots like a drill bomb thing, and it goes out and it comes down. So it's good for like people who are sitting in cover.
Okay.
It's a cool weapon. I mean, like I don't know if have you picked it up?
No.
Have you gotten killed by it?
No. I might have.
It's
honestly,
tough to
I just
use.
Didn't even notice.
It's tough. It's not like a torque bow. It's like a skill shot weapon like that, but it's a little bit tough to use. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, otherwise, I just don't think there's much anything brand new within it.
Did you try the dodgeball game mode yet or no?
Nah.
So that's pretty much like Warzone, except if you get a kill, you bring a teammate back. So
that's cool.
One thing I don't like is how Warzone and Execution are very like niche at this point. When that was like the original game mode.
Yeah.
And they're just boring. I don't find them that fun.
Yeah.
Like it's a search and destroy game mode, but like that was what people played. And I'm like, I'm fine with Execution, but like now they brought a different dynamic onto it where like if you're getting kills, your guys are coming back. So like the game's can last a little bit more, and it's not necessarily like one dude can carry the entire... I mean, that can happen, yeah. One dude can carry the entire team and kill everyone in like 2 seconds, but you actually have a chance to like fight back, which is cool. I like it. I think they put some more stuff into it. I'm going to check it out. I know it goes on for another week, and actually it'll be
I'm probably going to jump into it again. Oh, yeah, that's right. For the last week, it's open.
Because we got exclusive, because we got Ultimate Edition.
All right, moving on. We got another delay.
Another delay that we already talked about.
Mirror's Edge is delayed once again to June 7th or something. What was it? I didn't even see it on there.
It's June.
June.
I don't think they said the date.
Fine, whatever. Delay means they're making the game better. I want this game to be good.
So here's what I'm looking at this delay, and I'm thinking, why? Because...
How long of a delay is it? When was it originally supposed to come out?
I think a month delay, but that's weird. That's usually when it's weird. Here's the thing. Witcher delayed twice, but was like a 6-month, 3-month...
I don't know.
It went from February to June. May. What's it, May?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we see more of these shorter delays like more often anymore. I don't think it's cause for any concern.
Uncharted got delayed too.
Yeah, like
I don't like short delays. I can dig a long delay because that means like Mankind Divided, Deus Ex. Like if you're delaying a game a few months in advance, that's okay. But like, I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's fine. I'm not worried about it.
This could be really good or really bad.
I think it's just wanting that
other.
extra. I think it's just them wanting extra time to polish up and just make sure everything's good.
We haven't seen much gameplay for it though.
We've seen a good amount. It's all over IGN. I see all the time.
I'm just not paying attention to it.
I don't think you
are.
I'm
probably
Dude,
not going to get it.
So cool. I can't wait.
I never got Mirror's Edge 1.
Did you
what?
It is backwards compatible.
Well, I mean, like free.
Yeah, that's true. You should totally get it. It's really fun. I think it's totally worth the experience.
I've yet to play a backwards compatible game.
I downloaded Dead Space. I've been playing Saints Row 4. But yeah.
If I was a freaking hound, I'd go back to all the Gears games and I'd 100% them.
You know what I want them to do at like E3 or something? I want Red Dead 2 to be announced, then for them to be like, all right, now Red Dead 1's backwards compatible. Go for it.
That's probably what they're going to do.
And I want them to
wait,
do it.
When did GTA come out? Freshman year of high school. No, freshman year of college for me, right? Yeah.
So yes. No.
Yeah, freshman year. Yeah.
Was I in my senior year? Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy. That is so weird.
It's been 2 years. When did they announce Red Dead after GTA 4?
A while. Dude, and that means like...
Because like you got to look at how many games... Like,
dude, Red Dead 2...
How many games
Red
between
Dead 1,
GTA 4 and 5? L.A. Noire and Red Dead, right?
But you got to realize they aren't even the same studios that are working on GTA. But like they're different teams. Like the Rockstar San Diego...
They're not going to release 2 games at the same time. Yeah.
Rockstar San Diego, which I believe is who is working on... They've been dark for like... Since Red Dead came out.
Rockstar is dark about everything. They never talk.
So that means that theoretically they've been working on this game literally the entire time since then.
Oh, I doubt it.
Did you play Red Dead?
I've seen gameplay of it. I know what it's about.
It's one of probably the best games I ever played. Like the ending's awesome.
For some reason, Rockstar games just don't appeal to me.
Dude, I think you would love Red Dead. Even now, it holds up no problem. Like if that was backwards compatible, that's totally worth a playthrough. Also, DLC for it. One of the best DLCs I've ever played. The Undead Nightmare. Yeah, so good.
I feel like I'm hypocritical for thinking this, but like all the stigma with GTA, like I guess in the media and stuff, doesn't turn me off to it. But I think it's a reason why I don't play it.
Just because you don't feel like doing it with
that
stuff?
No, not even that. Yeah. I just feel like I never played it when I was a kid. I played it with my cousins, but like it was never like I don't know.
It was never something you were like, this is awesome.
I loved just killing people. Like in Vice City. Like I don't know.
With Red Dead, it was just it was a cool freaking backdrop, rich story. They just did such a cool job. And then, I mean, did we talk about the possible leak for the map last week?
No.
There was supposedly a leak on the map, and
I think you should take that with a grain of salt. I think that can be an early concept map that they've totally changed.
I know, but that looks really detailed to be.
And it's totally not going to be Red Dead 2. It's going to be Red Dead something.
Yeah, and New Bordeaux is on the map, which is the main city that Mafia 3 takes place in. They're both published by Rockstar, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But yeah, enough of my Red Dead rambling. Totally just got off topic.
No, it's alright.
Anyways, moving into the TV side of the show.
Supergirl Season 1 finale, finally. A show is ending.
It's over. It's done. This season's done. We finished.
It's amazing.
We went across the finish line. So, overall thoughts. Did you like it? Hate it? Just...
It was okay.
Yeah,
it was
I didn't
good.
hate it. I thought, yeah.
I didn't hate it.
I wasn't in love with it.
My thoughts of not being a threat still remain.
Yeah, like, the one thing, like, it starts out with the whole episode, and Supergirl's like, okay, I'm gonna make this speech that's gonna get everyone to be cool. And then that was it. And then Nan's like, my plan.
Yeah, Myriad breaks because, like
Supergirl
gives everyone hope.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The
beginning was pretty weak. The beginning was weak.
And, like, Nan's like, they beat me, those fuckers. And then...
No, he doesn't say that, but...
And then,
Indigo's
what's
like,
her
we'll
name?
just make it stronger.
Yeah, like, so what? We can go to other worlds, we can figure this out. Why not just kill all the humans and then leave Kara here?
Yeah, so then their new plan is to kill everyone, and they try to use Myriad to, like,
basically
overload
jerry-rig it.
Yeah.
Overload everyone's brain, and they stop it. And the government eventually trusts Jean, as they say.
Yeah, to become the director. Lucy Lane is now in the DEO as well. Maxwell Lord's kind of on good terms. You see that General Lane gives him that thing. What the hell was it? It was that metal. He gives him the orb thing. Was it an orb? What the hell does he give him?
What are you talking about? General Lane does this?
Yeah, you see him when they're talking towards the end. He gives Maxwell Lord
the
mega. It's like the megahedron or something.
Maybe I missed it. I must have
It
not
was
even
quick,
paid attention.
but like he gives him that. So I'm like, all right. Obviously he'll be in season 2.
Whole Project Cabness is going to be the whole focus of season 2. Also, what else is that? That's really it main plot wise. Right?
Kara and James' relationship doesn't really happen.
It kind of does at the end. They figure it out.
How about her getting promoted? And
I know. I thought that was cool.
Kara.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah. So Kat basically. Well, there's one point in the episode where Kara's like, "All right, I gotta say goodbye to everyone because I might die," and then she gives this kind of whole heartfelt speech to Kat, and then. At the end of the episode, she's like, all right, here's a box. This is usually used for... She's like, what's this for? She's like, it's usually used for, like, being... When you're fired and moving out your desk, stuff like that. And then
she says it's for moving out your desk. Like, she's fired.
Yeah. And then she's like...
She doesn't dance around it.
And then she takes her to the new office and says, this is yours. And she doesn't even really give her a job title.
Dude, no, she doesn't. She's just like, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, interesting, huh? Yeah. And she
finally
calls her Kara.
And I will give it to the show. It's made me... Like, I thought Kat was a very annoying character and just... kind of pissed me off.
I didn't really
at the beginning.
Like her.
I didn't like her at all.
I kind of that episode was like, yeah.
No, yeah, it was like I mean, over the whole season,
so what is she?
really kind of growed me.
What does Kara do in the comics? Who is she?
I honestly don't know. I haven't really.
I feel like there's no way she's a journalist, just like fucking Clark Kent. I'm like, there's no goddamn way,
dude. She very well might be, to be honest. I don't know.
Oh, how about them showing Superman? Did that annoy you?
Yeah, that did. He's just. I was reading. I was reading a review, and it was just Superman passed out. Really?
Yeah.
You just see his boots in the background.
See, like this is where I was getting pissed off. They were all about Superman for the first 4 or 5 episodes. Then they totally trailed off, and then they got back into it. I'm like, you don't need.
Well, it's not even
Superman.
like they got.
You can talk about him.
Well,
you can Kara can chat with him, but I don't want to see Superman's fucking boots.
No, I think that was fine because it
in
is
a way, but
you have
so
to.
Cheesy.
Well, yeah, there's a way they got to go about it, but it's tough to do because it is like, well, why isn't Superman there if the whole fucking world's being threatened?
I mean, they justified it.
Well, yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. But that's what they have to do. They can't not do that.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, well, where's Superman? What? The Myriad set, and he doesn't know any of this is happening. He's not going to be like, hey, Kara, do you want some help? Come on. I don't know.
But how do they deal with that further down the line? They can't always,
I know. I mean,
they are going to come into.
I think that there is going to be a time where he is cast.
He has to be.
He has to be. I feel like there's nothing wrong with showing him. They've already established that these are separate
Superman
universes.
Is dead. Oh, no.
And it's not even like that. It's just, and he's back in JLA. Did you see Henry Cavill's post? He's like warming up for Justice League.
JK not dead.
But they have to do that. I don't know. I just think it would just make more sense. Just why not? Just who cares? Just show him.
And
just
then,
let him talk to her.
So the final scene of the episode is, going happy-go-lucky. Yay! Let's eat dinner. We did it. something falls from the sky. It's another pod.
Kryptonian pod.
Yeah.
And she opens it
Martian
up.
Manhunter and Supergirl go out to get it, and they rip it off, and she goes, "Oh my god!" Cuts.
Superboy.
You think? I was like, who? I don't know.
But the only reason I don't get that is because, like, I feel like
who is Superboy?
In the comics, he is like a half human, half Kryptonian clone of Superman. He's half,
but he's from Krypton.
No, he isn't. That's why I'm confused about it. So that
So
was my
it's-
guess. It's like he's grown in a lab.
What other
by
Kryptonians are there?
I don't know. I really don't know who this could be. Besides,
Yeah.
Superboy was just my first guess, but like he's grown in a lab in the comics. He's half Lex Luthor and half Superman because they only
He's
get
Lex Luthor's DNA.
Yeah, because they had
Ew.
to construct some of his DNA back.
It's like Doomsday, in a way, actually. Yeah, I don't really know. I thought it was a good cliffhanger. I knew something was gonna happen. I'm like, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen to like cliffhanger us.
It was very
how
solid.
about real quick? When Martian Manhunter and Supergirl are fighting Indigo and Non, how about fucking ripping Indigo and he's like, Martian Manhunter coming up clutch.
Dude, he is a
I gotta
boss.
say, real quick, what was your favorite part of this season?
Him.
Yeah, I was
Easy.
just gonna say
Easy.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he was-
I think if Martian Manhunter wasn't in it, the show would have been a lot more boring.
I agree. I feel like he definitely spiced it
He
up.
put like
that was a great,
a good dynamic on it.
and I like how they used him because they weren't using him in Justice League, like the movies and stuff. I just thought that was
I'm
perfect.
good. Why aren't they though?
Because in New 52, it's Cyborg instead of Martian Manhunter, and I guess
That's
the
why
reason-
they're using Cyborg.
That's why I'm guessing they're using it. And honestly, it kind of makes sense because like him and Superman's powers are so similar, like that it would be like, you got two invincible dudes on your team. And even like when they do like this shit where General Lane's like, all right, I got these disruptor fields around you, so you can't use your Martian power. It's like, how did you do that? How do you know that that's what that's gonna do? Like he's supposed to be more powerful than Superman. He's supposed to be like, I remember.
He's kind of like Hulk.
He's like he's an amalgam of like Superman and Batman, in a way. Like he's
Martian
like them,
Manhunter?
yeah. Like he's like them put together.
An amalgam was the right word.
That's it. Amalgam.
was like-
Amalgam. It's the amalgam of the thing. Amalgam. That's it.
Amalgam. That's a good word. No, I think Superman's a lot like the Hulk because like people don't realize the Hulk is pretty much unkillable. You
Oh
cannot
no,
kill Hulk.
he's totally unkillable.
You
But-
can't. He's so He's one of the most powerful people in the Marvel universe.
He is. He's like
and people don't realize it because
like Thanos doesn't even
again,
like to fight him.
that's why they don't want to make another movie because like what the fuck are they gonna do? It'd be like
Well,
I could
apparently
see
they're
at one
supposedly-
point them doing Hulk v Avengers. Like that would be
Well,
cool.
they're supposed to be doing Planet Hulk. That's supposedly
Yeah,
one of
like
the
that would
possible
be
setups,
that would be
which
the
make
storyline
sense.
that would make a lot of sense. But going back to Supergirl, I definitely think season 1
was a solid start.
overall it was good. We got character development on pretty much everyone. No one was like sidelined. Maybe Win, but we got enough.
Yeah,
And I think they did a good job, to be honest.
solid start.
I
And
will
think they
admit,
can take off from
its main story arc was weak. It
was lacking, yeah.
compared to. Like, I think I mentioned it last week, but I wanted to mention it. Like Agents of Shield's overarching season 1 took a while to get it going, but in the end, it was outstanding. I loved it. And like Supergirl was never like I was always like meh through the whole thing about its like not the non and Astra thing. Like I didn't
Like
it
it took
get
those
me.
like Martian Manhunter moments for me to be like,
And that's why we liked Martian Manhunter was our favorite part because like when he came in, it was just like holy
it was that
shit,
total
they're
wild
doing
card.
Martian
Yeah,
Manhunter.
it was so
like what?
like it's like all right, you don't think we're gonna
Like no
you don't
one
think
was,
shit's
no
gonna hit
one
the fan?
thought that.
Well, there you go.
No one thought that.
No.
Like no one like with half these shows like we know what's coming and like no one they kept it under
They did that
wraps.
very solid. They really did a very solid.
So of course
way
we're
of
going to be
setting it up.
reporting. We'll probably hear some casting news, plot details in the summer
Definitely.
and stuff. But that is it for Supergirl.
Yep.
Season 1.
Moving on to the other side of the pond, Gotham. So we find out a few things this week. Thomas and Martha Wayne kind of know who had that figured out.
What? Oh.
Yeah. With what's the
Pine-
Pinewood. So Thomas was like starting to get too close.
Pinewood
to, like,
Farms.
Yeah.
That's it.
He was starting to get too close to hearing about like all these experiments, and then finally,
I feel like there's more to it.
there definitely is. But like,
So yeah, apparently we find out that Hugo Strange was the one behind Pinewood Farms with Thomas Wayne. Strange takes into this direction that Thomas Wayne didn't want to go into. Pretty much ideologies merge or separate.
Yeah.
Hugo Strange wants to take out the Waynes. I definitely think there's more. I really do.
I don't want there to be though, honestly.
I feel like that's not it entirely.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, so what about that Claw girl? Was she like something from the comics?
I don't think so.
Or was she just
Not as far as I know.
they were experimenting with like animal and like human DNA.
Human DNA,
this
like
girl has like a
crossing, yeah.
bird talent and is like living in the woods and
Totally can introduce Killer Croc this way. Did they? There hasn't even been, like easily.
I don't think they will though.
I know, but that would be cool. Like, see, that's the seed where you could plant. Like, you see a little baby crocodile, like a baby / crocodile. Like,
But he was a human at first.
No, he's born.
He is?
Yeah, he's born like that
Really?
in the comics.
I thought he was like a person.
No,
he has a name.
He has like because his disease that he's based off of is existing. It like makes your skin look scaly like alligators, but like it's just basically exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
But like basically, he was supposed to be born with an exaggerated version of that disease, and that's what makes him look like a crocodile. But yeah,
and Gordon's still not in the GCPD. He's
nope.
So like, I feel like at the end of the season, I don't think we're gonna figure out who killed the Waynes still, or like what. I feel like, how can they? Right?
I just because in the
You
comics
think-
he's supposed to be just.
Do you think they will resolve it?
Yeah, they should, because in the comics I feel like it was just. I don't even feel like it was. It was just supposed to be a random act of violence, like that his parents get killed.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be the whole thing.
in the comics, it's Joe Chill.
Yeah, and I think he did kill him. He was hired by Hugo Strange to take him out.
No, we find out. Oh, well, in this, it's Matches Malone.
Or Matches Malone.
Matches Malone and Joe Chill are essentially the same person, I guess.
In a way.
But yeah, you're right. It's like a random act of violence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last scene, man.
Oh.
Fucking Azrael,
dude. See, like that's cool, but like,
so like,
Batman's not around. I don't know.
But like, here's the thing.
I would love to see that time jump, Gooch. I really would, just from
It's
next.
not gonna
I know it's not, but I would love to see it.
So Theo Galavan is resurrected by Hugo Strange, and I don't know why he starts calling himself. They call him Azrael. I was like, it's Azrael, you fucking
Azrael.
Nimrod.
You Nimrods.
But ever since Arkham Knight, I like Deathstroke and Azrael are like my DC
dudes,
guys.
yeah.
I like them a lot.
His solid character designs and like they look cool.
His character design in Arkham Knight is sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what like people will know him from. Maybe that is why they did him.
It could be. I mean, dude, he's one of the major points.
I mean, he takes over the Batman persona at one point, and like
Nightfall.
After Nightfall, and then Batman comes back and like.
Did you ever see that Nightfall suit? They had it in the last game in Origins. Dude, it looks so crazy.
What is it?
It's like it's Azrael's bat suit, but like.
Oh,
way,
that
like,
that
it's, like,
smooth
yeah.
Azrael suit.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Batman's suit.
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, I think I have.
It's sweet.
But yeah, it was a pretty good episode.
Solid.
It's kind of funny. We're getting to the end here finally. Like we're on 18. I think Gotham is 22 or 23. Like Flash.
It's going by in a flash.
Speaking of Flash.
Oh,
Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay, so we finally figure out Zoom's backstory. So, Zoom is Hunter Zolomon from Earth 2. Hunter Zolomon is a convicted serial killer, which is very rare on Earth 2, Harrison Wells tells us. Like, this isn't common.
And
like, this isn't like, this is weird.
First, like, I really liked how they started out the episode, so they kind of, like, paralleled what happens to Zoom.
You mean?
To Hunter, or Zolomon, whatever. To what happens to Barry.
Yeah.
And basically you see, like, it's his dad, he comes home from war and he has kind of PTSD.
They call it War of the Worlds, right?
Yeah, the war, something like
War
that.
of the
Basically
Worlds,
World War I. And
I guess.
Because he has, like, that whole type of outfit working. So he basically has the Jay Garrick outfit on, but, like, just with the military, like, button up and the helmet. And he's beating on his wife, and Hunter walks in, and his dad's like, here, watch this, son. And he puts his helmet on his head and then shoots his mom with a shotgun in front of him.
And he gets into an orphanage, and that's pretty much like where...
He's just left to kind of
That's why he goes
grow.
crazy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he just becomes this crazy serial killer. They're He's in a mental asylum. They're trying to give him electroshock treatment during the night of the particle accelerator explosion. He ends up getting Speed Force.
Yeah.
And ipso facto, we got Zoom.
So,
one thing I didn't like about this episode,
a lot of people are complaining. The person who wrote Jay Garrick was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I don't really
because right now we don't.
Well,
Jay
here, let's see what
happened.
happens. Let me explain what happened. So basically, the way that he explains away how that Jay dies in front of their eyes, so they go like, "All right, well, how'd you kill Jay? Like, or was that a speed mirage?" Like, he's like, "Nah, not even I'm that fast." And this is where I get Harry.
Which is interesting. He said that.
Yeah. So he goes,
meaning that Reverse Flash was faster than Zoom.
Well, no, just he's not fast enough to the point where he could travel between the worlds and create that speed mirage at the same time.
It's interesting because, like,
I think he can create speed mirages, just not at that time.
Yeah,
he just can't.
No. I think it's interesting because, like, Reverse Flash was faster and like a better.
Yeah, and he just knew what he was doing. I mean, he knew a lot about the Speed Force and everything.
Yeah,
and like. So, apparently, Hunter goes back in time and, like, takes himself out of a time loop and makes him good, or, like, convinces him to be part of the plan to, like, make up the fake persona that is Jay Garrick. Convinces him to be the
Earth 2 Flash and be called Jay Garrick. Wherever he gets that name from, like, we don't know.
Like, he just kind of
it's like, there's no way he bullshits that. There's no way.
Like, I hope he doesn't. I hope
and we still don't know who the man in the Iron Mask is. He, like, they asked him, and
he's like, you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's Jay Garrick.
I'm thinking
whoever Jay Garrick is.
I would like to see that, and I really would. But no, I really agree that whole thing, like, kind of really, it was overly complicated, in my opinion.
Maybe there was a Flash named Jay Garrick. Maybe.
And he took over, but, like, I
don't know.
I really don't. I don't know at all, and I would like more answers, and I feel like they really should have revealed who was in the Iron Mask.
Nah, I don't. They said season finale. They said season finale.
When is the season finale?
I don't know.
We got like a month left, right?
I don't think Gotham's on this week, by the way. I could be wrong.
Classic Gotham. Anyways.
But I'm not pissed.
I'm not. I don't know. It really kind of did bother me because I feel like it kind of tarnishes like.
It made it a little confusing.
It really did. I feel like they took a very complicated part. Like if they were like, okay, Jay had a twin at birth. And
that's fucking dumb.
No, that would have been fine. That would have been way better. I think that would have been cool.
I don't know.
If he even had a twin, no, it's not a cop out, and more of a I took myself out of a time period and put it in this and made him pretend to be good for years upon years. And like, I don't like, how did he get his powers without getting the same shit that Zoom?
Because he could have just came in right when he got his powers.
It was so cool to learn all this stuff about Zoom and all this kind of stuff and get all these answers to these questions that I've been wanting to see. But that end muddied it up so bad for me that I'm just so confused on what the fuck's going on that I am having trouble enjoying it. Like, don't get me wrong, love the episode.
It is confusing. I will admit it is a very it's a loaded.
And I really liked the whole episode up until that last just like 10 minutes, just where he's like, oh, well, it's this, and like I did like that whole part where he's just kind of sitting there while they're trying to figure out how to take the speed out of Barry. And he's just talking.
So let's go over the episode. Cisco starts using more vibe powers
to open a portal to the other world.
Yeah, with
that whole thing happens.
Glasses.
He finally ends up doing it because Wells helps him and like calibrates the glasses.
So Zoom takes Wally, and they pretty much have to trade Barry's Speed Force for Wally. So Wally now knows Iris and Joe are involved in the Flash.
But he still has yet to know like that Barry is the Flash.
Yeah, yes. And Barry loses his powers again.
Yep.
And that pisses me off. I was like,
I know, like we gotta deal with speedless Barry
like how
again.
He injects himself and fucking goes like crazy. So like, can he get his Speed Force back, or does he have to like take it from Zoom? You know what I'm saying? Can he just like channel the Speed Force?
Well, he should fucking
and,
be able
get
to
more energy, or does he have to get his own energy back?
See, you know I wonder how they're gonna do all this because like in the comics, Barry is the one that creates the Speed Force. Like he is the reason for its existence.
That's sick.
And like, I feel like he should have somewhat more of a better control over it than I feel like the show's giving.
Maybe
credit
Barry
for.
does create the Speed Force,
and that would be cool if they explain that again. Like, and then also
like,
in the comics, Eobard Thawne creates the negative Speed Force like in the exact same way, but he does the opposite chemicals. It's cool, but that's a story for another time. Overall, like the Flash, and really kind of muddied it for me, but I'm willing to go back and see what goes on. I'm hyped too, but we'll see where it goes. Moving on to Legends. So we totally forgot to talk about Legends last week. Yeah. We missed the whole Wild West.
I texted you on Monday? I'm like...
No, you texted me like as I was leaving, I think. It was like
No, it was like on Monday. It was Monday. I was walking from class. I'm like...
We didn't talk about Legends.
We didn't talk about Legends tomorrow.
So basically, all you missed last week was there was this Wild West episode. We find out that Rip was back in time for a while, but had to leave. And
he's influenced by the Wild West. That's why he uses a revolver, why he's a duster.
And that's really that.
Could be on season 2 of Legends tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably.
Should be.
It should be, probably. Who cares? Alright, episode 12.
This week. What happened this week? I just watched it too. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, they're getting their younger selves.
That's right. So basically, there's this assassin going back in time to kill all the younger selves of people.
Who's a comic book character.
He's trying to kill all of everyone's younger selves to prevent them from making all these alterations. They go back, they have to kidnap their baby selves. You learn a little bit about Rip and like how he was raised in like this kind of orphanarium for Time Masters.
And we find... So, by doing that, you realize they've solidified the fact that Booster Gold could be Rip Hunter's dad still.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
They left that open by not...
But
by doing that.
Supposedly they're doing a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle movie, so I don't know if they'll even touch that with a 10-foot pole. But who knows?
So yeah, we get young Sarah Lance, young Quentin Lance, young Mick Rory,
some small cameos here.
We get Baby Snart and
Baby Snart. I thought that moment was so
funny. Wait, they
don't
get Jax, do they? Oh no,
no they
Baby Jax and Snart. What's her face doesn't have a kid. She's just gonna come back.
Yeah, so there's no point in killing her.
Hawkgirl.
Yep. And then Rip, they can't.
And Martin Stein.
They just take Martin from his parents, like when they're giving birth on the side of the road. Like, yeah, we need to take your baby to the hospital. We'll get it back.
So like, it was weird the way this episode ends. So it ends up like they kill the Pilgrim, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Rip's
a little, Rip's fucking little self
savage
kills her basically, like, stabs her in the fucking.
So like
leg.
He's in on it, like he knows it's his older Rip. Like I guess it's a different situation because he's a time master and like times.
He probably helped himself, yeah.
So, but and they all have. Mick has a moment with his
younger self. He's like, "Don't be like me."
But with it, what am I trying to say? Between all the characters on the show, he's the one who has the most interaction with his younger self.
Like he sees him as like this little fucker. Like he
even tells him he doesn't.
And
like
he kind of goes off on him, and he's like, "Man, you sound just like my dad." And that's like the moment where he kind of goes like, "Shit, like I'm a piece of shit."
I like
what
they're doing. With
I do too. Dude. Like they did a really cool thing. Like I thought that was a really cool moment of like an epiphany for him. Like, oh my god, I don't know. Like, there's some storylines that I just honestly don't care about. Like, the Jax with his dad stuff. I was like,
see, what's weird about that was they introduced that there and then, and it was, like, kind of weird.
So out of nowhere. Yeah, like, Jax has this whole thing with his dad.
About it until now.
And, like, he has this whole heart-to-heart, but you don't really care about it at all, because you only see him
for, like, you don't care. It's just,
I mean, I didn't care. Like, I was like, yeah whatever.
Right.
No, it's not even, like...
Because, like, what do they... And I hate how they're like, let's try to save him. Like, dude, you realize it's gonna, like, fuck up the timeline. Like, Rip tells you every fucking episode,
and then you just do it.
Don't goddamn do it. And they end up doing it every freaking time. Oh, like in the Jonah Hex one, he fucking saves H.G. Wells. Like, what? Like,
well, good thing he did save him, though, because he would have been dead. I thought that was funny.
That was really weird. I was like, H.G. Wells? I was like, wait, is this kid related to Harrison?
That's what I thought. I thought it was supposed to be doing too, but then
he's like
H.G. Wells.
I was like, oh, okay, but that really bothers me. It's a weird thing in the show that they need to fucking fix. That they stop moving the mic. No, it'll pick it up.
Oh, it wasn't direct. Now you just interrupted your whole thought. What were you saying, Gooch? What? Huh? What is it?
I hate how they need in season 2. They need to not fucking do this. where Rip is like, don't screw up the timeline.
And then
we're going to do it anyway. Every single episode. It's like, dude.
Well, they wouldn't have any conflict if they didn't.
I guess.
Like, that's the thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Anything else for Legends?
Not really. I'm just kind of...
I'm kind of ready for it to be over.
End.
Yeah,
same. I don't...
I'm just ready for it.
Like, I don't feel like Vandal Savage is that much of a threat.
Nah.
They don't... Like, he is, and I get it, he is. Like, now they're going back to Rip Hunter's time to try to stop him there. And keep the...
Like, it's funny because you think about all the shit that they've done. They're like, oh, we failed.
They've literally done nothing.
It's like they might as well have just gone to this point.
Yeah, like, it's like... What?
I know.
It's weird. Like, are they going to kill Vandal Savage at the end of this? Like, what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Anyways. It's going okay.
It's alright. Moving on, we got some Superman prequel show news, which I don't really...
You're so just like... Not about it.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's this. So apparently the prequel show Krypton is nearing a pilot order at Sci-Fi.
Why Sci-Fi?
Because I see that
most sci-fi shows, like Defiance, got canceled. What have you watched? Any sci-fi shows?
No, I'm not even saying like they're bad, but like it's just that makes sense for that.
But like they don't have good track records. Like
they have a few good. Like I mean, Falling Skies and stuff stayed on for a little while.
Yeah, everyone liked that.
Yeah.
Actually,
but I don't know how to feel about it. I think it's just kind of needless. Don't think we need it. Like I just said.
Krypton will center around Superman's grandfather as he fights shamed and ostracized House of L. Like, do we need that? So this series will be set 2 generations before Krypton was destroyed. Do we need that? No.
Like, it's a cool idea, but
it's
especially
cool,
but
it's disconnected. It's disconnected
like,
from our universes. No one gives a shit.
Well, it's not even like that. It's just like it's on Sci-Fi, so the quality's not going to be like that great. And like, I don't know. Whatever. That's all I feel about it. Just whatever. Moving on, we got some casting news for Justice League. More Marvel peeps crossing over the pond to that DC universe.
Willem Dafoe was cast into Justice League.
Yep.
Who do you think he's going to be?
I have no idea. Honestly, he's supposed to be a good guy, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea specifically who he could be. Did they say anything in there that there's any?
Nope.
I really don't know, but he's a great actor.
Here's my thing. I feel like Marvel got a lot more unknown people and gave them names. And who was Robert Downey Jr. before Iron Man?
He was big.
That
but
revitalized his fucking
yeah, well,
career.
definitely. But that's
Chris Hemsworth, nobody before Thor. Chris Evans, people.
He was
a nobody.
I wouldn't say he was a nobody. He was
an
Fantastic Four and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying they did well, but like they were still worldwide known movies.
Scarlett Johansson got more known from Black Widow.
I would say more known, but I don't think that
Don Cheadle.
Don fucking Cheadle. I don't know. I wouldn't say that they give a ton of people.
I think a lot of the people who are in the Marvel universe have gotten their careers bumped up from that. And I think it's true.
I'd say I agree.
I really
definitely
do.
think.
I mean, like, of course, Scarlett Johansson was in stuff before.
Especially in the case of RDJ. Like, I think that definitely gave him a new jolt of freaking.
He was.
Look at freaking Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool. That just shot him up on a new echelon. If that didn't work out for him, he would have been snuffed.
But I think a lot of people, everyone knew who Ryan Reynolds was before that.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it was another RDJ situation in the way of, like, I think that really did put a fucking boost of adrenaline in the arm that is his
same
career.
with, who plays Michael,
Hugh Jackman was an unknown before he played Wolverine.
There you go.
But that's not Marvel. Well, it's Marvel, but
again. What the hell is his name?
Mark Ruffalo. He was known before. He was a
little.
He's like more of a.
It became all these people became household names. But with DC, everyone knows who Ben Affleck is. Henry Cavill got a start. I'll give him that. Henry Cavill was unknown.
Gal Gadot, I say, would too.
Gal
I mean,
Gadot
she was in Fast and Furious, but no.
J.K. Simmons, Willem Dafoe, Lawrence Fishburne. Like, we have a lot of known people.
And I get that, but in the ways at the same,
it kind of gives it a weird.
But
tone.
these are a lot of like Academy Award-winning actors and actresses. Like, I mean, who is it? J.K. Simmons has an Oscar.
I'm sure Lawrence
Jeremy
Fishburne
Irons has
does.
one. Lawrence Fishburne.
But Jeremy Irons is somebody
does.
who not a lot of the mainstream. I wouldn't say knows. I didn't know who Jeremy Irons was before this.
I knew of him, but I wouldn't say I knew him by name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, that's a different story. Like, everyone knows who Willem Dafoe is. Everyone. I would.
I wouldn't even say J.K. Simmons. I don't think a lot of people can name him by name. I think they know him as J. Jonah Jameson. Like if even before I knew his name, I'd be like, oh, who? Jonah Jameson? J. Jonah Jameson.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with them.
It is, and
Zack Snyder's directing that, right? He's better amp it up.
I know. On the rumor front, we got some news for the Green Lantern Corps. Apparently, we had earlier rumors that it was just gonna be a buddy cop movie with Hal and John Stewart, but apparently we are going to have 3 Green Lanterns of Earth this time around, including Kyle Rayner. That's just the latest in casting rumors. I'm happy about this. I'd like to see Kyle Rayner too.
I'd rather have it all or nothing at this point. All 3 of them.
I'd honestly be fine with that whole buddy cop idea.
In a way, I'd be fine with Hal and John, but
dude, they could do anthology movies with Green Lantern. It could be its own.
It's such a long.
You could do them. Yeah, obviously.
And that's why, again, I always say it. DC annoys me because they do stuff so fucking far in advance.
I think that this could be cool because you get these movies where it's it's just Kyle. Oh, Hal's over here doing this, but this is an adventure with Kyle. Or you get an adventure with Kyle and John, or John and Hal, and I don't know. I'm excited. Could be cool. I think it will be cool. Honestly, I'm happy that they're gonna have all 3. And on the other casting rumors news side, we got stuff for Flash. So. They're casting for 5 people right now, I believe, if I'm not remembering correctly. If I am remembering correctly. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. So we got Iris West they're casting for. Eobard Thawne, which is supposed to be in a wheelchair again. So I'm like, oh, why? Don't redo Flash Season 1. Then we also have...
I guarantee Iris will be white.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think they'll get a white girl. So we got Iris West... Eobard Thawne, he is described as the smartest man in the room, and he suffers from an advanced degenerative disease like Stephen Hawking. Thawne is also confined to a wheelchair.
He is from this time period?
As far as we know, quote-unquote.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Fred, they're also casting for Fred Cheer. Fred Cheer is described in the breakdown as a gruff detective who first meets Barry at the scene of a crime. Now they're colleagues.
To be Joe West?
And the closest thing Barry has to a friend.
It's kind of supposed to be Joe West.
I wouldn't even say Joe West. That's more father figure.
Yeah, but Joe is his. They're friends at work too. Yeah. You know, they work together.
And Leonard
without
Snart,
the father dynamic.
Leonard Snart's supposed to be casted, described in the breakdown as an ex-military who turns out to be working for Thawne, have a feeling that he is the muscle in the way. Anatoly Knyazev, a.k.a. KG Beast, was
They're
muscle.
doing KG Beast?
Well, KG Beast was in BAS. It was that Russian dude.
That's KG Beast?
Yeah, you didn't realize that?
No!
Yeah.
We never talked about that.
Yeah, that's
KG Beast?
That's KG Beast.
What? That's weird. That's weird. I mean, KG Beast is a weird character to begin with.
Yeah.
But.
So I think it's not going to be he's going to be Captain Cold, but more he's just... gonna be
this makes me nervous because it's too close to the TV show.
I agree.
It's
Jay Garrick is supposed
close.
to be supposedly making a cameo, but that's about it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wouldn't be.
That's loading it up. They're loading.
That's not a.
I
Dude, your cameo isn't loading because you literally say
yes, it is.
Hi, or you
Look
pass
how,
you know how they do that? You know how they say Jay Garrick? Oh yeah, did you hear about the guy down the science lab? Yeah, I think Jay Garrick's working on that project or something. They literally don't even have to
But are they gonna? Is he gonna be?
No, he's not gonna play a major part. It's literally a cameo, as in you see him. Hey.
Yeah, but BVS's cameos made the film loaded. Agree or disagree?
But the way that they were put in made it loaded.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the way that they were kind of
shoehorned
into that video.
I liked it, but it didn't make it less confusing for people.
No, I agree. Anyways, moving on, we got some other movie news. Robert Downey Jr. teased that he's possibly thinking about doing another Sherlock Holmes.
I never saw Game of Shadows.
Really?
I saw the first one. It was
very
awesome.
solid movies, both of them. I love the Sherlock Holmes movies. The second one was left in a little bit of a cliffhanger. I'm excited to see what they could do. Meeting with the same guy who directed the first one. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Guy Ritchie, I believe. Makes really cool stuff. He did The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Didn't see that, though.
You didn't see Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
No, did you see it?
I saw parts of it.
How'd you feel from those parts?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I wanted to check it out. Other Robert Downey Jr. news. He's going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
No surprise. Doesn't
He's
surprise me
confirmed.
at all.
So what I see this as is basically confirmation is Robert Downey Jr. is the new Nick Fury. Like
What do you
Tony
mean by
Stark
that?
he's just going to kind of show up
Oh,
here and
introduce
Yeah.
people into the
And,
Avengers.
like-
I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
like he's going to be the next Nick Fury as in like I'm pretty
You'll
sure
extend
I
the Avengers
I heard
team.
about the scene like how they meet Spider-Man in Civil War. I won't say it. It's not even like a big spoiler, but
I don't want to hear it.
Tony Stark dies. No. And
Wow.
could be really cool. If that's a spoiler, I'm going to kill you. But yeah, it makes total sense. I think he's going to be that new Nick Fury person, like I said. I think he's going to just kind of be sprinkled in throughout. Or who knows, he could have a very heavy role in this. We really have no idea. Moving on, we have some sadder news.
Yeah, so in the Inhumans movie, which is the last movie slated on the roster we have, loses its release date. And I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Because if you're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they are heavily doing Inhumans. Heavily. So, like, at some point, they're gonna have to put them in the movie. They have to. They can't avoid it for a while. They can now because they haven't gotten into it. But, you know...
Well, I was reading something online that they were saying they're going to keep their TV and movie stuff separate.
I mean,
Because
I feel like
as
that
in not
name
as
is
in like
gonna have to
separate,
be...
not in as like
I
separate.
don't
as
mean
in,
like-
they're going to there's going to be this sharp divide, but like as in I don't think like Daredevil's not going to appear in a movie. They already confirmed.
They already confirmed it.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah,
You're good. I don't expect to see Daisy Johnson in the movies. I don't. Not yet. At least not until they get to Inhumans, if we're at that point, wherever her character is. Because that's a good segue for this episode. But, I want them to do Black Bolt. I want them to do those main Inhumans. They're cool.
but like
Inhumans, have I talked about this on the podcast?
what?
Inhumans will set up Civil War 2. They should fucking do Civil War 2. Like the issue in Civil War 2 is this Inhuman can predict crimes. Do we use him to do that and like stop things from happening, or do we just let things happen naturally?
Yeah.
And it's Iron Man taking the we shouldn't use him, and Captain Marvel taking the side we should. Captain Marvel Civil War 2. Done. I'm like already ahead of the game.
But then Iron Man's major part in that, so they'd have. I just don't see Downey sticking around for like ever. Like, what are they gonna do when he's just done?
Old man
Iron
Tony.
Man.
Old man Tony. Why not? Why not?
I don't know.
He said he's doing it for the rest of his life.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
He should be.
He's not going to sign off. You kidding me? Look what it did for his career.
Oh, no,
How
I
could
agree.
he do that?
But, I mean, he could.
No, he could.
Yeah.
They could put Iron... Dude, that would be interesting as fuck if they did that, like, down the road. Like, they made Iron Man, like, an old man, like, telling stories, like, of his heyday. That would be awesome, because we don't have a character like that. We don't. It would be a cool dynamic. Like, you know, eventually the Avengers team will evolve so much that they'll probably call them the New Avengers.
Yeah,
or,
definitely.
you know, a different team name.
Well, I mean, I don't see any sight in...
Oh, of course. This is like, this
sight
is
with
so
this,
down
yeah.
the line. But, like, that would be interesting. It
Dude,
sucks
I
that
would love to time travel just like 30 years and just see where the Marvel Cinematic Universe is at. Just for sure. I wouldn't even just watch any movies. I'd just like see like, all right, so what movies got made? Just like, like where
Black
do we
Panther
go?
7.
Like, Iron Man 33, the golden years. Like, dude, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is, actually.
So what happened on this week's Shield?
So, super sick, actually. So, our Secret Warriors team gets together, which consists of Daisy Johnson, Quake, Lincoln, who uses electrical powers, Joey, who melts metal, so he can, like, melt bullets and shit. Pretty cool power. And Slingshot, who is the girl we saw in the beginning of the mid-season. So it's a pretty small team. But they fucking wreck. They're really good.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time they're even doing an operation together, and they're really good. The operation pretty much goes to success. They kidnap Malik, but something happens. Okay, so they bring back Malik back to the base. Team did a great job. Malik is being interrogated, and you can tell he wants to be there. He does not want to be with Hive.
Yeah.
He killed his daughter. He's scared. He knows he is eventually going to die. And he's telling Coulson like all this stuff. He's being pretty open. He's cooperating. And he tells them that Hive can manipulate Inhumans using his powers. And Coulson's like, we have fucking 4 Inhumans who could have come in contact with Hive that could be working for him. And he even says, he's like, you don't even know. Like, that could be the case. So he pretty much warns Coulson. So they lock down the base, like, secretly, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. But, like, he doesn't want to just go out and, like, persecute them.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting dynamic that they have here.
He doesn't want to accuse without any evidence.
Exactly. But, like, he wants to be safe. So he locks the base down, and he pretty much gets them all together and tells them, like, one of you is infected. Like, we don't know who it is. We don't know how we're going to tell, but, like, we need to figure out who it is. So, like, they're going to process them, essentially. And, like, Daisy kind of gets pissed. Lincoln gets pissed. They all really get pissed.
Yeah.
In their own way, for their own reasons. But Daisy understands it, but in the way, she's still, like, offended that they have to do this.
Yeah.
So, they pretty much... all the characters pretty much escalate, and they all... they try to, like, escape in a way. They try to, like, get away from S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. tries to, like, capture them, like, actually, like, subdue them. Not kill them, but, like, get them under wraps. And, like, Coulson ends up trapping them. Because Daisy's leading them out because she knows a way out. And what it looks like is there was, like, Lincoln's bag had something in it, that orb that he got from that one Inhuman guy that apparently can stop Hive. Who, by the way, is one of the... I didn't mention it, but he is from the original Kree base where they made the Inhumans. That's who Hive is.
Shit.
Who became their leader. That's who he is. So, it looks like Lincoln is the one who's infected. And it infects the brain. Like, you can't really tell. Like, they open up, they kill an Inhuman. Joey does, stabs him. Fucking savage, actually. And, like, that, you can tell that changes him.
Yeah.
But, Simmons and Fitz open his brain up, and his brain's all, like, black. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
They, like, carve his skull open. I was like, this is
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and, like,
They're
his
going
brain
in depth.
has, like, it looks like it's infected.
Yeah.
Well, it's not killing him, but, like,
It's
Hive did
taking
something
to his
to him.
mind. Yeah.
So they can back it up. Like, what Malik is saying. And basically, we find out everyone's in their own cells, and Daisy gets out somehow and is talking to Lincoln. And she's like, we can get out of here together. And he goes, you're infected. Daisy Johnson was the one who was infected. And I was like, oh my God.
She didn't even know.
So we find out, there was a scene cut from when she opens his door for the team. And when she does that, Hive finds her. We don't see this in the beginning. And he just, like, his spores go into her. So she is under Hive's control. And, like, she takes the base down. Like, at the end, she's escaping. And she just, like, tremors the entire thing. And, like, everything starts, like, falling. And it's like, oh, my God. I couldn't... I was like, it's probably... Like, Daisy, of course not. Why would it be her? Sky's been here since season 1. Like, how could it be her? And it was totally her. And, like... And now that this arc is called, like, The Fallen Agent. And I'm like, wow, what are they going to do? Like, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe she'll die. Like, that would be... That
crazy.
would make sense in a way, because then they don't really have to use her for the Inhumans movie once that comes along. But yeah, I was really happy about it. It was really cool.
Nice.
Moving on, Better Call Saul season 2 finished up last Monday, and I just wanted to get my thoughts about it.
Overall, did you like it?
Super sick. I really enjoyed it. Again, it's more like what I talked about at the beginning. We're seeing the transition from Jimmy to McGill to Saul Goodman. Like,
yeah,
in his
that
fullest.
straight line. Yeah.
Like, a few things that happens are, like, he gets a job at a firm, like a legit firm, like a good job. He hates it because he's so not legit. He's so not by the books.
Yeah.
He just can't handle it. And, like, one of the things he does, fucking great way, he wants to get fired. So he finds this loophole that if he gets fired, he'll still get this bonus that he was promised.
Yeah.
So, like, he can't just quit. So he needs to be able to get fired. He starts wearing bright-colored suits like he does in in Breaking Bad. Like, exactly where that comes from. Yeah. And, like, he starts wearing these goofy suits, and I'm like, holy shit.
This is where it comes from. That's cool.
That's how this starts. I'm like, that's awesome. There's also a story arc with Mike that's really interesting. We get to see Hector Salamanca before he's wheelchair bound.
Oh,
so, like, he was running the cartel, obviously.
Yeah.
And we get to see that. We see the twins come back, the two assassins. We see them come back.
Shit, man.
We see Tuco get arrested. Him and Mike have a confrontation, and he gets arrested because, what is he? I forget what he did. Oh, so the guy who plays Voss in Far Cry 3 is in the show, and he's a cartel guy related to Tuco. Not related, but like they're they work
friends.
Together.
Yeah, the boys.
And he's gonna get he does Mike a favor, so Mike's gonna do him a favor. He's gonna help him. He's gonna put Tuco in jail so he doesn't get caught for something. Okay. And he like goes into this restaurant and he like runs into his car on purpose, like nicks it. And Tuco sees it and he plays dumb pretty much and lets him pull a gun on him. Calls the cops before he commits the crime, and then like they get to a confrontation enough to get heated and he pulls the gun. He gets arrested. So this is why Tuco's in jail. I think he gets out right as Breaking Bad starts, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of like how that happens. We see that. But yeah, Hector Salamanca like tries to pay Mike off and like say like, oh, it was my gun, so Tuco can get out of jail. So that's kind of what. And he's about to kill him, and like he ends up not. So someone like opens his car and sets his alarm off, and there's a thing that says "don't" on his window. We don't know who did it. But yeah, it's a lot of Jimmy and his brother Charles. Like his brother like hates him. It's super interesting. Mm-hmm. He like likes him, but he like doesn't. He doesn't like the person he is, and he tries to like incriminate him. So like at the end of the season, we see them. He pretty much does make. It's hard to explain without like really going in depth, but Jimmy and Tim like changes these documents like illegally. Like it's a super like he cuts out numbers and like photocopies them and like, changes like an address, something really simple that fucks up the case they're doing. And because he wants to help out his like girlfriend, like this girl is in a relationship that he likes, and like they're friends. And he's trying to help her out by fucking over HHM, which is the company he works for, and because they were gonna give it to Kim originally. That's the girl, so they end up doing that. But like they fuck up. It's just an address, 2 numbers that like flip flopped. That like if someone could easily make a mistake. And, like, they're like, no, like, and he starts, like, flipping out. And he knows Jimmy did it because he knows his brother. And, like, he has this, like, issue where he can't be around electricity, so he works from home. So, like, that almost ends up, like, killing him. And, like, he goes to the hospital. And like, Jimmy ends up confessing that he did it. Because, like, but he's like, this is what you want to hear, Charles. Like, like, whether it's true or not, that's what you want to hear. And, like, the season ends by... He had a tape recorder under a piece of paper, so he pretty much got him committing a crime. So, like, that's the level they're on. Like, his brother is going to put him away. And, like, it's crazy. And, like, I think the show's super interesting. It's 10 episodes long. I really like it. It's different from the shows we watch, so, like, it's cool. It's even better than Breaking Bad. It's not, like, on that level. But it's totally the step under it. Good show. Totally watch it.
All right, we're going to finish off the show with some sadder news. As I'm sure all you've already heard by now, but we want to mention it. Unfortunately, singer-songwriter Prince died this past week, age 57.
On Monday.
Sad stuff. I mean,
did they release what happened to him?
There's it's not a suicide or anything like that.
No, he was like infected with something.
They said like it was weird because he was seen at like a concert after he was like reported like feeling terrible, but he's like, I'm fine. And then he just kind of dropped dead. Like, dude, it's sad. I mean, I was talking to Gooch. I was telling him, like, yeah, he did the freaking soundtrack for Batman 89.
That's crazy.
Like,
yeah,
and it's funny to, like, think about because, like, back then it's like, Prince, Batman, what the hell? Like, what is this guy doing on the cover of the Batman album? It's like, at the same time, like, Prince was well-known back then. Like, if he's doing a soundtrack...
I haven't listened to Prince at all. Like, I don't really know songs by Prince. He's not...
I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, like, an avid Prince fan either, but...
Yeah.
It's just sad stuff. I mean, dude, I feel like people are dropping left and right these days.
Yeah, like how many people died this year?
Alan
David
Rickman, David Bowie,
and that was in the same week. Those two.
What was his name? The late night show guy that was in the Marvel movies. He just passed recently.
Yeah, he died.
But yeah, man, it's just sad stuff. I mean, Prince was only 57 too. Like,
yeah, that's
young.
my dad's age. My dad is as old as Prince.
Dude, it's crazy.
All right.
I think that about does it for this week.
That wraps it up. Thank you for listening. You guys can catch us on our Facebook at Everything Entertainment with Gooch and Trio. That's where you'll find this video.
Of course. I've been Trio.
And I've been Gooch. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.